Hey Pirates Nation, Team Insider Hunter Rowe here today with Jawad Yatim, Pirates owner and general manager. How you doing today, Jawad?
Doing pretty well. Definitely, always nice to be in the building, working, competing, and preparing for, for the upcoming season. We're certainly looking forward to it.
And some people might not know, but I'm new to the organization, so I was wondering if you can tell me and anyone else who might not know a little bit about the Pirates.
We're an exciting brand of football. We compete, right out of Worcester here, out of the DCU Center. We're going into our fifth season this upcoming season, and we're just looking forward to getting back and competing. So, we're New England's only arena football organization, and we've done some good things in the past, and we hope to continue to do that this season. So, the clock is ticking. We're getting a little closer. And, we're looking forward to, kicking off here shortly.
And then making it to the playoffs yet again, but ultimately losing to Quad City. What are your thoughts on last season?
It's obviously not a good feeling, but, we dealt with some adversity last year, and I feel like we, dealt with it well. Ultimately, we came up short of our ultimate goal. And, but I don't really think about last season much. My mind is really just focused on this upcoming season. That's completely where my attention is, and I don't really take any time to think about 2022. It's all about 2023 now.
Yeah, definitely. And then taking a look at this offseason, what's the plan to bring another championship back to Massachusetts?
This year, just stay healthy. I think that was our biggest issue last year. Was just we were pretty banged up, and for me, it's not always the best team that wins. It's the most healthy team, and but this year, just staying healthy, preparing as hard as we've ever prepared. On the field, out the field, building that continuity throughout training camp, and just building that chemistry and everybody being on one accord, and everybody moving in the same direction, and. We know what we got to do. We could talk about it as much as we want, but at the end of the day, you got to do it, So we'll just continue to work hard here and, put the pieces together and, go out there and compete again.
And then promoting former offensive coordinator Mark Stout up to the head coaching position. Tell me a little bit about what he can bring to the table.
Yeah, he just brings a ton of experience, and he's very familiar with the game, and he's been a head coach for a long time. So just having that experience, and this year the structure of our coaching staff is a little different, in the sense that our head coach won't be directly a play caller, so he's got more freedom to work with all three phases of the game, and he's not solely focused really on just one side of the ball, but he's going to be involved with every aspect of the team. And I've known him for quite a while now, and got a ton of respect for him, and look forward to having him be the head coach of our ball club.
And then talking about play callers, we most recently saw the hiring of new offensive coordinator, QB wide receiver coach Anthony Payton. Now I've heard that he isn't new to the organization; he's been here before. So tell me a little bit about him and what he can offer.
Yeah, AP is just he's full of passion. He loves the game. He loves being here. He loves, being in the grind, so to speak. And we're really excited to see what he can do with this group, this upcoming season. So, I think he's at his best when he's just, focused on, one side of the ball and dialing up some great plays, getting our guys ready to go and game planning. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do on offense this year. But, with AP, running that show along with Coach Stout, I think they'll do a great job, and we're looking forward to it. But, what we speak about, in terms of them, you can apply that to everybody across the organization. We all got to show up, we all got to do a great job, and I look forward to seeing what we all can do, this upcoming season.
And then talk to me about this 2023 roster. We have a handful of returning Pirates, but also some new faces. So what can Pirates fans look forward to?
Just an exciting team, and I always try to tell, the guys before we really get kicked off here is that, my goal for the team is to be the most competitive team, in the league. And then the results that we look for are going to come from that, from being extremely competitive, and whether that's, obviously on game day, but even in practice, and during meetings, when we're traveling, I just, I want our guys constantly competing and constantly, trying to get better, and constantly, trying to improve themselves and the organization, but for me that all starts, with enthusiasm, pride, and competitiveness, and I just want to be, the most competitive team, this upcoming season.
And then possibly the biggest offseason acquisition in quarterback Cardale Jones. Tell me what a player like that can do for this organization.
Yeah, I mean, he just, there's a lot of excitement, surrounding that signing, and Cardale, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak with and work with up to this point. So, we obviously look forward to getting him in the building and getting to work. But, we're excited about all the guys that we've brought on board, and we're looking forward to what they can bring to the table. Everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and we're just looking to see, how they all mix together. How quickly can we gel? How quickly can we build that continuity and that chemistry? And it's going to take a full team effort, and we look forward to all the guys that we've signed so far, and just happy to have them on board and get them here soon and get to work soon. So
finally, what are you most looking forward to in the 2023 season?
Just going out there and competing. That's really what I look forward to most. I love to compete. And I love to go out there and just that competition is just really where it all stems from for me. So just obviously the off season is a nice time to, I don't want to say unwind because the work never stops, but it's obviously not as hectic as the season. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to competing again. That's really what I look forward to. But yeah, I mean we have I feel real good about this roster so far. It's a nice combination of returning players, but also a nice mix of some new guys that we're bringing into the organization. So for us, it always starts up front. I think we've made some good acquisitions, along the offensive line and the defensive line, and just really making sure that we're set, along the front of both sides of the ball. So that's where it starts with, for myself. Obviously from there, getting T.O. back and having, for the most part in terms of our receiver, position group, it's pretty consistent from last year. We have 4 returners in that position group, and then we added C.J. Riley, who, I'm looking forward to seeing here. We haven't had a real true, big body receiver that has his ability, in our organization in quite some time. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what he can do out there. And then obviously the quarterback position. We got Cardale on board, which is wonderful, and then we also re-signed, Alejandro, who's been here, going on 3 years now. So, I think that's going to be a very competitive group there. I can close my eyes and feel extremely comfortable with either guy under center. And that's what you look for in that type of group, is something, having for us here, we have 2 starting quarterbacks. We either guy, we feel great about. So, and then, yeah, I mean, along the offensive front, like I mentioned, we got a great group of some young guys coming in, but then we got Wilson Bell coming back, who's an absolute professional. He's a vet in that group, and he's just wonderful to have on your team. And then, on the defensive side of the ball, in the secondary, we got, I think, a nice mix of, just different strengths. I think each player is different, but, each player has their own, strength that they bring to the table. And we got a couple of returners in Harlan and Arion that have played massive roles for us the last, 2 seasons. So looking forward to having them come back, help with the communication back there, help get our guys up to speed, and really make sure that we gel in that secondary. But but yeah, and then at the linebacker position, I mean, obviously Nashawn coming back, and Nashawn's versatile in the sense that, he can play some, end for us, play on the edge, but also line up at our MAC position, and getting guys like, Brendan White and then Calvin Bundage on board, young guys, athletic guys, versatile guys, that can move around, playing coverage for us, rush the passer, and be good open field tacklers for us. And then that's one thing, I really want, our defense to really harp on this year is just being, sound tacklers, but we don't want to miss, obviously, too many tackles this year and give the other team the ability to pick up, hidden yardage, extra yardage when it's not necessary, So, just being sound from a tackling standpoint is obviously important, and that goes for any team anywhere, but, for us, I'd like to see an emphasis on that. And then along our defensive front, I mean, Jemias, is just a wonderful player. And, it's tough for him last year just, from a health standpoint. But, we look forward to him having a year under his belt with us and then coming in and really, being the player that we know he is. And Zeke, Zeke is just a treat to have, just a wonderful person. And a great ball player, one of the hardest working guys that we have on the team, very disciplined and he's a great player for us. And then we got Daryl Banfield his first year with us. He provides some versatility, a guy that we think, can line up at end but also play in the interior. And, he's got some good experience in the past as well. So, and then, we got Josh, back at kicker. I'm just a massive fan of Josh, and have the utmost confidence in him. I think he's a great kicker, and that's one of the most important positions on your team. In my opinion, you got to really have a kicker that you're confident in, and that has the ability to, to make the tough kicks when we need them, and just be consistent, from that position. That's what we look for the most is just consistency, and he's been that for us the past couple seasons. So. I think it's a good group. We're not done by any means. We never stop looking. We never stop recruiting. We never stop evaluating. But I think we're getting closer. And, look forward to seeing, what we have, come training camp.
This is Pirates Team Insider Hunter Rowe. Thank you for everything today, Jawad. You can find Pirates tickets at masspiratesfootball.com, and we look forward to seeing you at the DCU Center this year.
Most definitely. Yeah, we'll catch you there.